When you play the Game of Thrones, you
Subscribe and like.
or you die. There is no middle ground.
Hello guys, welcome back to the Grease Goblins channel. Today we're doing a video about Davos. This one's going to be kind of similar to the Rickon video that I did, so if you guys haven't seen that one, go back and watch that one. I uploaded that one last Friday. Kind of a shorter one. This one probably might be shorter as well, depending on how I think things are going to go. But yeah, if you guys like to see more content from me, or if you like these videos, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. I upload on this channel every Wednesday and Friday, at 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Kind of also been adding some videos in between that, so I'm not really, those other videos, those weeks are not really scheduled. I just kind of release them how I want to release them. But I do try to promise at least 2 uploads a week. But getting into this video. So, Davos. The last we see of Davos is basically he is kind of held prisoner by Wyman Manderley. He kind of does a little show and acts like Davos is dead. Davos is not dead. So Wyman Manderley pretty much goes to Davos and says, "We will support Stannis if you go reclaim Rickon." Last known sighting of Rickon is in Skagos. Now, like I said with the Rickon video, I think this could go, I think plot-wise, I think Rickon dies. Okay, I just think it makes sense that they get rid of another one of the heirs of Winterfell. And it kind of creates some problems for like the Sansa rise to power plot line, as well as Jon being kind of in control. It kind of just interferes with a lot of that. So I like that he's probably going to die. Now, Davos is different. I don't know if Davos dies. I think it depends what George still has up his sleeve for Davos. I would personally love Davos to make it out because I love the Stannis camp. Stannis the Manus all the way. Okay, I always love that story, that plot line. I do think though Davos gets out. Now, what does he do after? Because it could be very interesting to see what he does. If Stannis is still alive by the time he's done with that plot, he probably will go back to Stannis, I would assume. But I've made a Stannis video before, but I think there's a lot of ways Stannis' plotline could go. We know that his daughter's going to get burnt. We know that for sure. Okay? That's been confirmed by George. We just don't know how and why. We don't know what the circumstances are going to be. Does Davos do something similar to where he does in the show, where he meets up with Jon and becomes buddy-buddy with Jon and becomes like his main advisor? I could see that. That does make sense. I would say 60% chance that's what happens if he doesn't die. The 40% chance, I would say, he goes and actually joins up with the Aegon plot. You guys might be thinking, why would he do this? Well, Davos has always kind of been a big Baratheon supporter. And the thing is, Edric Storm could definitely be used here. Because if Stannis is gone, Baratheon forces could be following Edric Storm. And Storm's End is right now it's apparently already been taken by Aegon. So you would think that at this point, Edric Storm could be in the hands of Aegon. That's one of the theories as well, is that, Storm comes out and basically is the reason they open the gates. And that's how basically Aegon takes Storm's End, because it's so impregnable. That's something I think would be cool if Davos hears that and goes and decides, okay, he's going to help him because Stannis is dead and he really doesn't have much left because Shireen's been burned. He doesn't really have anything left in the north. So I could see that too. I think that'd be really cool. I think, oddly enough, if Davos survives Skagos, he's one of the few characters that I do think will survive. Just like how he does in the show, I just think Davos is one of those characters that survives. Because he's never going to be the guy that's like going to be in the thick of combat, in a really good position to die. I think for the most part, he's safe as a character. And I'd like to see him kind of continue on and be something like a master of ships or something. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, I really don't have a lot on Davos because he's a character that I think his importance to the story is kind of fading. I don't see, because with when Stannis was with him, he was a very important character, especially for POV. He was our basically our look into the Stannis plot, what was going on, because Stannis was such still is a very influential character. But now that it seems like the Stannis Davos thing is kind of broke up, and it doesn't really, unless Stannis wins and does all this stuff. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'd like that to happen. Stannis is my favorite character. But it just seems the way George is going and how Stannis died so quickly. It kind of shows me that Stannis isn't in the long term for George. What I do think would be cool, instead of Stannis dying, because I don't know if he takes Winterfell. Don't know if he takes Winterfell. I think maybe he wins the first battle, and then maybe he just realizes with the losses he takes or with the strength he has, he can't take Winterfell. He just goes back to the wall and just waits for the war with the others. I think that'd be really cool, and then maybe like sacrifices himself or something like that. That'd be really cool. So if that happens, I can see Davos staying up there. I'm just staying with Stannis. But if that didn't happen, Davos doesn't really serve a purpose as a POV character, because we already have Arianne is most likely going to be we already have Arianne and Jon Con being the Aegon POV characters, so you don't really need Davos there. So if Davos was to go there, he would kind of, I think they'd probably eliminate him as a POV character, or Arianne, one of the two. Or Jon Con, honestly. They could eliminate any three of them. Jon Con's got grayscale. Arianne, who knows how long she's going to last. I mean, she's in a good position to become queen if that does happen. But basically what I'm trying to say is I think Davos's importance or relevance in the story is kind of just going to decrease. I just think we're going to see less and less of him after Scott goes, if he's alive. And that's kind of how I see it. That's more or less how I see Davos's plot going. I think he does survive, but I think he just kind of turns into a character that's not as influential or is relevant to the plot. That's kind of how I look at it. But let me know what you guys think about Davos, everybody's favorite smuggler. Unless you like Han Solo more. If you like more Han Solo more, don't really care. Davos is cooler. But hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you think I'm stupid, let me know. Okay, don't word it that way. But if you word it like an ass, I'm not going to respond. But if you disagree with me, say what you think's going to happen. Let me know. I always love hearing your guys' theories. A lot of the Stannis video, especially, which was my first Thong of Ice and Fire video, I did actually have a lot of good theories for that, and a lot of people kind of brought up some really cool ideas. So if you got a really cool idea for what you think Davos is going to do, let me know. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Hopefully with a different shirt on, because I've recorded 3 videos in a row. Yeah. See you guys.